Everyone, I'm Linda with Hooks and Threads with Linda and John Boy. We welcome you in to our little small community today, and we're glad you could stop in. We're on our back porch in the woods, in the middle of the woods in Arkansas. Yeah, I never thought I'd ever live in Arkansas, but here I am. We moved here from Louisiana, and we moved here to fish because it's supposed to be some great fishing here. And health-wise, we haven't been able to fish, but maybe it'll get better. And when we are able to fish, the water's too high. So one battle after another all the time. But anyway, we're doing okay, and I pray that you're doing well, as good as you can be. Keep your chin up, because when you get our age, it's a struggle. Getting old is certainly not for whims, that's for sure. But I've been doing a little work in the yard, and I have some beautiful roses, and I had planted me a little bit of okra, and I planted me some cucumbers just because I wanted to see them grow, and not really for any other reason, but I love to see things grow. I guess I got that from my dad, because he was like that. And you know, John says you can cut a limb off of anything and make it grow. Well, that's just about true, but I wouldn't go so far to say everything. But I do transplant a lot of stuff, and I'm going to try to make me a Joshua tree, a rose bush. I'm going to take 2 or 3 different branches, and I'm going to put a rubber band around them and tie them together where they'll be together. It's like a graft, and I'm going to see if I can get them to grow. I want to make me a rose bush of many colors, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I just keep putting it off and don't do it. So I'm going to try it. Excuse me, the allergies is really bad. It should be really good, but out here in the woods, it doesn't ever get really good. Allergies is just about year-round. So if I clear my throat or cough, don't worry about it. It's just allergies, and we love to be outside. And it's nothing like sitting on the back porch, watching the birds and squirrels. And we have a good time doing that. And thank God that we do, because we don't go to town very often. But every time you go to town, you know you're going to drop $200 on groceries. It's just ridiculous. So we just stay home and make a list of the things that we really need, so that when we get to go to town, we'll at least get what we really need. And that works. I'd love to go shopping, but right now it's just too hot. I mean, it says 90, 95 degrees, but here it'd probably be 100, 110 with the heat index. So that's another reason that we just stay at home. And it works out best for everything. For money-wise, groceries is not so good, because you're always needing something, you're always running out of something. And it's just too far to go to town to get 1 or 2 items. So we just make a list and try to get what we need when we do go. But I've been piddling around in the yard, and I have some new rose bushes. Roses, I guess, is my favorite, because I have them everywhere. At our old place where we moved from, excuse me, where we moved from, I had a lot of roses. I mean, a lot. But here, I don't have as many. I'm not able to take care of as many, because you're constantly having to fertilize them or water them or do whatever. Of course, we haven't had to water too much because it has rained and rained and rained. We went to the doctor Thursday, and I'm not kidding, the rain was so hard you couldn't even see the road. And that went on for about 30 or 40 minutes. And I was wondering how John could see the road because I could not see the road. I could see a little bit of the lines, but not really well. And that just makes you so nervous because you can't see anything and you're just sitting there like, oh. And I'm telling John, slow down, and he don't listen to me. He just goes right on. He's used to me harping on him all the time, so. Anyway, I guess he's gotten deaf to me, really. Probably has to, because I am really paranoid with vehicles. Living in Los Angeles, I would seen so many bad accidents, and I became paranoid with vehicles. And I just never got over it, and I'm still quite that same way. Now, when I'm driving, it's okay. I don't get like that. But with John driving, oh yes. I steady got that brake pedal pushed down on my side. Probably there's a hole in the floorboard where I pushed it so much. But anyway, God's good all the time, and He takes care of us, and He brought us through that storm, and we got home safely, and we give all the praise to Him. Amen. But our car, the belt has been squealing, and our pulley's been squealing, and just can't seem to get it to stop. We put a new air compressor on it last year at the end of the summer, and I don't know what's causing it now, but I guess we're going to have to end up taking it back to the shop and see if we can get it fixed. And we have a truck and a car, and all of a sudden the truck was down. We had taken the truck in to get 2 new tires, and we needed 4 new tires, but we could only afford 2 at a time. So we bought 2 and had them put on. And we got home, and then the thing wouldn't get out of park. It just stayed in park. Well, come to find out, we were parked on a hill, and I guess the fluid got sideways in it. But anyway, we finally got it out of park. But anyway, God's good. God always takes care of us one way or the other. And we had our car for a long, long time, and John's getting like trade-in fever. I've been putting him off for about a year. But if this thing keeps giving us a lot of trouble, we might have to trade it in. But if we do, we do. But anyway, I wanted to do a short video. We're going to be taking our neighbor to the store in a little while. Their car has been down, and we live way out in the country, and when you only have one vehicle like them, it's really hard because, I don't know how far we live from, I guess, the nearest supermarket, about 30 or 40 miles, I guess. So it is quite a ways, but we try to help the neighbors if we can, because we never know when we're going to need some help. So, the way I feel about it is, if you can't help anybody that lives around you, of course they're down the road, probably 5 miles from us, but we try to help everybody that we can, because living this far out, it makes it difficult. And that's real for sure. But I wanted to do a short video and let you know that we're doing okay. We're still kicking, as Daddy used to say. And I didn't have anything planned for the video today. I just was like a pop-up thought. I think I'll do a video. And so John set it up for me, and I'm doing it. So, but I will try to get something better together. I just haven't. We don't have any plans for this week. John's got to get his eyes, an appointment with his eyes, and I have an eye surgery coming up pretty soon. I guess in a couple weeks. And I'm real excited about getting my eyes done, because I want to be able to see as good as I can. And I got new glasses, and it does help. The glasses does help. But I still need this surgery done on my eyes. My eyes are almost closed, as you can see in the video. You know, and so they're going to take all that excess skin from both eyes. And hopefully, they say I'm going to be able to see a whole lot better. So, pray for us, pray for me, that the surgery go well. They said I'll probably not be able to see too well for the first 3 or 4 days, and after that it should improve. Of course, the swelling is going to be really bad. And I think John has got a cataract on one of his eyes, so he's going to have that taken off. And so that's going to have to be after my surgery, because I have to drive him, and he don't want to ride with me. He's scared. So I don't blame him either, not before I got my glasses, because it was really bad. And I didn't drive any further than I had to, and that's for sure. But we don't have anything planned other than, you know, eye doctors and whatever. And John has got a problem with his lungs, and they're going to send him to another doctor. Of course, you know it's always a doctor when you're our age. Spend all the time in the doctor's office. Hurry up and wait. You know, they don't want you late getting to your appointment, but it's okay to sit there a couple hours, even 3 hours. That's okay too. And we went to a doctor's appointment one time, and we had sat there for 4 or 5 hours, and finally I went up there and asked them, what in the world was taking so long? Did they forget us? And she said, well, when they called you, didn't they tell you to bring your lunch and something to drink and a book? And I said, no. But make a long story short, we were there until 5 o'clock that afternoon. From 9 that morning to 5. But looking back, we probably should have just got up and left. But, you know, you drive 3.5 hours to get there. You don't want to just get up and leave after you done got there. So all these things are real, you know. But anyway, I pray that you have a blessed week. Tomorrow's Father's Day. Don't forget to call your father. I had a really good daddy, and I sure miss him a lot. But if you're fortunate enough and blessed enough to have a daddy or a father, whatever you call him, pick up the phone and call him. Or better yet, get in your car and go see him. Because it means a whole lot to older people. And that's for sure. But I'll talk to you next time on my next video. Stay safe. And if you're on the water this weekend, be careful. Water is dangerous. Respect it. Okay, love y'all. like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. See you next time. Bye-bye.